I made a mistake, and it might destroy my marriage. How do I tell my husband that our 3 kids are not biologically his? Hey, everyone. Shaw Clips here again. And today I have some unbelievable clips featuring some of the worst examples of single mothers I could find. Like always, my favorite clip will be at the end. In this first clip, things are pretty shocking. A man just found out that he's not the biological father of his children. He said, "I got my DNA results. I'm not the father." And someone responded, "You're not the father? Congratulations. I've never seen a man so happy." If you've ever seen someone walking out of a DNA test after learning they're not the father, you'll notice they're often smiling. I suppose in some cases, men are genuinely relieved. It's no longer their responsibility. That man is, honestly, being taken advantage of, and I don't feel sorry for him. He needs to learn the hard way. If you choose to date a single mom, should you be responsible for paying the babysitter? Well, not always, someone said, but for the first date? Definitely. Another added, yes, on the first date, absolutely. Imagine you just met someone and she's upfront about having kids. She keeps it real and says, "I've got kids." If she's honest, you should know what you're getting into. If you really want to spend time with her, you might have to pay for a babysitter. As a man, it's your choice to make. But someone else argued, it's more than just a first date. I'll tell you why. If she can't go out because of her kids, and you're the one inviting her, then you might feel responsible to cover that cost. Her answer might always be, "I've got kids, so I can't come." If you really like her and want to avoid this excuse, you'd handle it and pay for the babysitter. However, I'm not saying men should avoid dating single mothers. If you're a single father and want to date someone in a similar situation, go for it. But if she expects you to take full responsibility for her kids early on, that's unfair. Her children are not your obligation. If that's the case, I'd recommend dating someone else. I want to know, why do women find it disrespectful when a man asks for a DNA test? I don't get it. Why is that considered disrespectful? Are you about to explain it to me? Or are you as confused as I am? Because honestly, I really don't understand why it's seen that way. I think it should actually be a standard practice. I feel bad for men who raise children without knowing they're not biologically theirs. A DNA test should be a requirement. Too many men are finding out the truth much later, and it's heartbreaking. So, were you raised by both your parents? Someone asked. No, just my mother, he replied. Oh, where's your father? I don't know, and I don't want to meet him. Why not? Well, because my mother says there's no reason to, and I trust her. So, you believe your mother? What if she's jealous of your father and doesn't want you to see him? I don't think that's the case. My mom is also against toxic masculinity and patriarchy. She said my father was a very toxic man. How do you know that? Well, I've seen videos and photos of him from when I was a baby. In one video, he's with a bunch of other men in the backyard, all drunk and holding beers. What's wrong with that? They were just acting like fools. From what I could see in the video, his personality doesn't seem like someone I'd want to meet. Are you just like your mother? Yes, I am. This guy sounds like a complete mess, an incel who never had a father figure in his life. It's a sad example of what happens when someone is entirely influenced by their mother and grows up without ever meeting their own dad. Yeah, the comments definitely passed a vibe check. They didn't disappoint. Mistakes like this are bound to destroy my marriage. How do I tell my husband that our 3 kids aren't biologically his? For context, my husband is an incredible man. He bought me this beautiful house, these gorgeous rings, and luxurious cars. He treats me and our kids wonderfully. He's never cheated on me. He's always been loyal and kind. But the guilt is eating me alive. Honestly, on days like this, it overwhelms me, and I don't know how to handle it. I'm terrified he'll leave me, and then what? If he divorces me, I lose everything, my stability, my home, and my security. I'm just hoping someone out there has been in a similar situation and can offer some advice, but let's be honest. This woman isn't looking for advice. She's looking for sympathy. She wants other women to tell her she hasn't done anything wrong and that she should keep lying to her husband. Why? Because other women do this and don't feel guilty at all. Honestly, I hope this video goes viral so her husband can find out the truth. To all the single moms out there, I just have to ask, are you really okay? I don't care what any single mom says. Raising kids on your own is not something to brag about. And this is coming from a single mother herself. Listen to your sisters. This is 100% true. Some women are trying to make being a single mom seem like an accomplishment, but it's not. What's worse is that they raise their standards while still expecting others to accommodate their choices, which makes no sense. A female CEO might say, "Yeah, I'm a New York Times bestselling author," or "I've got 6 kids by the age of 22. That's absolutely wild. At what age did she even start having kids? Someone needs to investigate because this situation is concerning. And if you have more than 2 baby daddies, maybe think twice before voting. You might not be the best judge of character. Now, here's another question. Why do I get so angry when an unattractive man approaches me or tries to flirt? The audacity. Stay in your lane. I'm not sure who she's calling ugly, but she isn't in a position to talk either. Guys, let me know what you think should happen next in this story. He said he noticed something odd when she came home from work one day. She had a brand new purse. Curious, he asked, "Where did you get the purse?" She replied, "Oh, all of my co-workers chipped in and bought it for me." That raised a red flag. He thought, don't you dislike your co-workers? But he decided to let it slide. Fast forward to the weekend. Her baby daddy dropped off their son, and the little boy walked into the room, excited. "Mommy, do you like the purse that me and Daddy got you for your birthday?" "I picked it out." The boy ran over and touched the same purse, the one she claimed her co-workers had bought. It was clear. She belongs to the streets. This is exactly why I always recommend avoiding women who still have a baby daddy actively in their life. Situations like this can and do happen, and unfortunately, they're sometimes unavoidable. Please, let me just say this. If a woman offers to pay for something, let her. It's 2024. If she wants to split the bill or pay, it's a sign of independence. Not letting her pay might seem polite, but it's actually not allowing her to be the strong, independent woman she claims to be. Want some French fries? I could give you mine from McDonald's. Honestly, I find it funny how much I like dreadheads, but that's beside the point. Now, obviously, I'm not the kind of guy who would deal with this, but sometimes I wonder about married actors. They kiss other actors on screen. What does their spouse think about it? "Hello. How are you?" "I'm good." "How are you?" "I'm good." 2. "Thanks. I was supposed to ask a question." "Yeah, you hear me, right? I thought you were the one asking questions." "Go to the left, man." "What are you doing?" "My dog needs a nap anyway." The man replied, "Hey, why'd you kick her out, bro? How are you just going to come into my video? Act like you're supposed to impress me and not say anything." This girl clearly doesn't care about getting with this guy. All she wants is to promote her OnlyFans page. Sadly, there are some incels in the world who'd actually fall for it and subscribe. Then there's this other scene. "He brought me flowers." Wait, no. It's actually a money bouquet. A money bouquet? I know you like money. So I figured I'd use the cash I'd spend on flowers to make it instead. How much is in this? Why do I see 1s and 5s? Where are the 20s? There's a 20 in there somewhere. Look closer. This 120 should have been in the front. You're a little cheap, but it's okay. How am I cheap? I thought this was thoughtful. I usually get flowers and people go all out. You didn't. Fine then. You're not getting my bouquet. No, it's mine now. This is the classic gold digger scenario, where the woman only cares about money. If the man knew she only wanted money, he shouldn't have bothered buying her anything. She's only going to be a financial burden and a constant headache in his life. I'm glad men are starting to recognize these patterns and avoid women who only see them as ATMs. This should definitely become more of a trend. On another note, it's bizarre how some women say a bear is less scary than a man. Let's be real, that's ridiculous. Then there's this Taco Bell incident. I went through the drive-thru because I love Taco Bell, and do you know how they greeted me? They said, "Hello, ma'am." Then, after handing me my food, they said, "Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day." What about me says ma'am? Here's the thing. If you sound like a woman and look like a woman, people are going to assume you're a woman. She really thought she was in the right for making that video. Now, let's talk about relationships. Many people say, happy wife, happy life. But the truth is, a happy man is God's plan. For all the guys out there, always go where you're celebrated, not where you're just tolerated. But to be celebrated by others, you first need to celebrate yourself. How you think shapes how you feel. Your feelings become emotions. Those emotions create vibrations, and those vibrations act like magnets to attract things to you. When you're on the frequency of self-celebration, the people who tolerate you will naturally move away because they can't connect with your energy. Instead, you'll attract those who truly value you. At the end of the day, only invest energy in people who give energy back. Don't chase after those who clearly aren't interested. Finally, here's a question to ponder. Why would you keep hooking up with a woman you know you're never going to marry? Just curious. Curious. Everybody quiet. Everybody quiet. Just curious. I think it depends on the context. I believe there's more to it. Like, what was your communication style? What were you talking about before you started getting close? Did you enter the situation thinking, I'm looking for someone to date, while she thought she was the one? Or were you up front saying, this is just for fun, the sex is good, let's enjoy each other, but we know it's not going to be a long-term thing? I think it's all about the intentions. In the end, it's our fault. Guys, if you don't want to waste anyone's time, be very clear about your intentions from the start. If you're both fine with not dating and parting ways later, that's great, go for it. But if you're playing games, you're not helping anyone. What would you do if I couldn't cook at all? We'd be eating out every time. And I'm cooking, yeah. Are you trying to learn? Could be. But what if you're willing to learn? Yeah, that's fine. But if you're not willing to learn and never want to cook, then I'll be your friend about it. That's okay. Of course, I love food. I'm not asking for my wife to be like Gordon Ramsay or anything, but all I'm asking for are the basics, like how to cook rice, cook eggs, and understand how to use an oven. Are you scared? What's wrong? Why are you scared of me? I'm Jade. What's up? Nice to meet you. Are you single? Yeah. Okay. You don't have a girlfriend? I'm just kidding. Do you have a girlfriend? Are you open to having another girlfriend? No. Okay. That was easy. This man really redeemed himself because this definitely went viral on the internet, and he almost ruined his entire marriage. The guy at the cafe window was kind of flirty with me. So, I know I said I would be single for a long time, but it's going to be hard when we talk about the younger generation of women saying, well, we want men who make six figures, and we want this because they listen to all that social media stuff. But I have millennials and younger people working for me, and we had these discussions. One conversation I had was when they said, I want a man who makes six figures. You know, they're like 25, 28. I said, okay, pull up the labor statistics. I said, there are barely 18% of Americans who make six figures. Mind you, America has over 400 million people. Only 18% of Americans make six figures, and that's tough. That's hard. They were like, damn, that's it? But social media makes you think that 100% of black people make six figures. Thanks to social media, women now tend to think that this number is much higher than it really is. They think that 60 or 70% of the world makes $100,000 a year, and that these people are easy to find. But get off your phone and look at the statistics and reality. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this folder I found in your car. Why are you going through my stuff? You know, it hurts to go through your car and see something like this. I don't even know what to say right now. I knew what was going on because the baby never looked like me, but I'm just a good-hearted person. Why did I find this in your car, and why didn't you just tell me? After a year of me taking care of you and this baby, I just got the papers a couple of days ago. I was going to tell you. Father's Day would have been the day to tell me, you know? Why didn't you just tell me sooner? You knew. I didn't hide anything. I just got the papers 2 days ago. So, you didn't know the kid wasn't mine? You were fooling around while you were with me. Huh? No. My heart is so heavy right now. It's hard on me, but mistakes happen. That doesn't change how I feel about you, and it doesn't change how much my baby loves you. I feel like a lot of things are on my mind right now after reading the papers. I can't really be mad right now. I'm more hurt because I grew to love the baby. And now, finding out it's not mine, I have to walk away like this. Walk out. Where are you going? I can't do this. No, I can't stay. Please don't do that. What do you mean you hid this from me? And it's Father's Day today. I hid it from you for days because I wanted to find a decent time to actually tell you, but I didn't feel like today was the right day. Why did you still give me a Father's Day gift? To me, you're still the father. I don't know how you want to handle this, but I don't want to lose you. Is she still with her grandma? Yeah. Now, this guy made the mistake by saying he knew what was going on but didn't say anything because he was a good-hearted person. But that never helps anyone. Like I showed you in the previous clips, it doesn't hurt to get a DNA test. The fact that this woman did this beforehand, she doesn't seem to care. She understands that no one else would be so cruel. The baby is only 1 year old, so this man has already wasted so much time. But even so, it doesn't change the fact that it still hurts. He found out his wife was cheating, and now he's learned that the child isn't even his. He's losing two things at once. Also, you have to love how she somehow said that this baby still loves him, but she doesn't want to be financially responsible for the baby and just wants someone else to pay for it. You can go back to the man you cheated on him with. Well, that wraps it up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more content like this, please watch the videos you see on the screen. It helps the channel a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.